Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today, as usual, man. You guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history, guys. And in this video, I want to talk about Ja Morant's dad and how he got ejected from the game last night for being a complete clown, man. I'm telling you right now, this is when they say that expression, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. This is Ja Morant and his pops, man. These two are a bunch of clowns, man. They're immature. They have no class. Ja Morant's father's classless individual, man. No integrity, man. The dude still thinks he's 25 years old. He dresses like he's like in a rap video. I mean, I'm embarrassed for these people. And this is supposed to be the black people, the black community. You guys are making us look bad. You guys are feeding into the stereotypes that's thrown out there about us, about our people, man. And Ja Morant's dad was ejected last night. We're going to talk about this video, man. The dude's an absolute embarrassment, man. Absolute. And this is why Ja Morant is an immature, childish kid, man. A little punk. Because his dad's a punk, man. He acts like a punk out there, man. Like I said, I would be embarrassed if my father acted like that. And we're going to talk about this video. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world. Everyone across the states has been supporting my channel, guys. Once again, I am truly humbled, man, by all the support, man. It really means a lot, guys. Thank you very much. All the true basketball fans are standing up, guys. That's what it's about in this channel, about setting the record straight, man. Standing up, stopping the lies and the narrative, stopping them from rewriting the history, guys, and holding a standard. The standard is very important, guys. The standard of the NBA's history. How these guys were viewed and judged as professional athletes. A standard that they were held to back in the days to be a true professional, guys. That meant something back in the day, a professional. Now, these guys have no clue what it means to be a professional, man. Especially like Ja Morant. He has no idea. His father, he's not a professional. Like, it's an absolute joke, these dudes, man. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel, guys. I am truly humbled, man. Like I said, much respect, man. And you guys know what to do, man. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, I wanted to talk briefly about this fool Ja Morant and his father. You know, I don't know what his dad's name is. It doesn't matter what his dad's name is. He's Ja Morant's dad for the purpose of this video. Now, I was watching some highlights this morning when I woke up and I was, on social media. And what do I see? I see Ja Morant's father ejected from the game last night for, I guess disrespecting the referees or, arguing with the referees, saying something to the referees, man. And I started laughing because when I looked at the game and I looked at the box score of the game, what did I notice? I noticed that the Grizzlies shot 39 free throws last night. 39 free throws, guys. That's a lot of free throws, man, for a single game. 39 as a team. And the Oklahoma City Thunder shot 21, guys. 21 free throws, which is a decent amount of free throws. So, by that metric, just by that measure alone, the Grizzlies shot 18 more free throws than the Oklahoma City Thunder, guys. 18 more free throws. That's a significant free throw advantage, is it not? So I was wondering in my mind, what the hell is Ja Morant's dad arguing about? What is he complaining about? Like, you don't have a leg to stand on, dude. You're arguing with the referees in a game where your son's team shot 39 free throws compared to his opponent's 21. So where's your base for argument? He's already arguing, talking about the fix is in. He's talking about the fix is in. What fix is in? The fix on what? Your son's getting all the advantages. 18 plus, an 18 free throw advantage over the OKC Thunder. And you got Ja Morant's dad talking about the fix is in. Crying and moaning on the sideline like a straight punk. Like I said, classless individuals, man. And these are the quote-unquote men that are raising these professional athletes. So once again, this is where they say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And I've told you guys many times on this channel that I'm very fortunate to have been raised by a grown man, a true grown man, a real man. Not someone like Ja Morant's dad, quote unquote dad. He's a dad, right? He ain't acting like a dad. He ain't acting like a father out there. Once again, you're acting like a kid. You're acting like your son. You're not grown up. So when I'm talking about I was raised by a man, my dad would never embarrass himself like that. He would never, once again, be such a classless individual to be arguing on the sideline of an NBA game, in a game where your son's team is getting all the fouls. They're getting all the free throws. They're getting foul calls. Your son's just not winning the game, and you're upset because your son's out there shooting 6 for 19. Once again, has Ja Morant's game evolved? No, it's the same Ja Morant game. The man's always out of the lineup, so how can you ever develop any consistency or camaraderie cohesion with your team, Ja Morant's out. He misses more games than he plays. Is Ja Morant's dad going to argue and cry and moan about his son being so frail? No, because he looks like his dad. He's frail just like his dad, man. His dad out there wearing a bucket hat. Once again, dressed like he's a 25-year-old. I don't know how old Ja Morant's dad is, but I guarantee he ain't 25 years old, man. He's got to be at least my age, if not older than me. And you're out there, once again, dressed like you're on the block, like you're 25. Like, Ja Morant's dad reminds me of like an R. Kelly type dude. One of these guys who's like 50 years old. You know, the old man, they used to make jokes about these guys. The old man in the club. The guy who still thinks he's young. The guy who, the guy who graduates from high school. He's like 30 years old, but he still goes to all the high school parties trying to be cool, wearing his old varsity leather jacket and stuff. You guys remember that movie Varsity Blues? I think came out like 1999. There's a scene in that movie where, you had one of the guys who graduated years prior still going to the high school games wearing his varsity jacket when the dude's like 30 years old, but he's still hanging out with the kids trying to be cool. This is Ja Morant's dad. That's how he comes across to me. Because remember, guys, this is not personal. What I'm saying about Ja Morant's father, about Ja Morant, this is not personal. I'm judging them and judging this guy over what he puts out there in the public. So if he doesn't want me to think about him that way, he shouldn't carry himself that way in public. Like I said, my father would never do that, and I would be embarrassed for my father doing something like that. So like I said, we're judging people based off of what they put out. So everything that people do, the way that they carry themselves, I told you guys, you must hold yourself to these standards. That's why it's important that you hold yourself to class, to the honor, right? To keep your integrity, hold on to it so that you earn the respect. Right now, I have zero respect for Ja Morant or his father. Zero respect for his father. Because once again, this is not the first time that his father's had a situation like this. His father's always doing stuff like this. The dude's a big kid. The dude is not grown up. He's not mature. He's not a grown man. There's no grown man that really acts like this. Like I said, you go to an arena, you're the father of the best player, one of the star players in the league, and this is how you carry yourself? Once again, look at the way he's dressed and look at the way he acts. Acting like a 20-year-old, a 25-year-old, like he's going to some like rap video or something, man. Dude, grow up. Be a grown man. And sit there, watch the game, and shut your mouth, dude. You want to support your son and cheer your son on? Then cheer your son on. But you're over here crying and moaning at the referees. Dude, give it a rest, man. Your son's a joke, man, just like you're a joke. Your son can't stay on the court, then you should be working with your son, trying to get his frail, sensitive butt on the court. So once again, you guys don't have no kind of toughness to you. Where's your son at on the court? He's never there. He's playing with guns. Like, I mean, it's an absolute joke. So once again, this is what Ja Morant has been learned from his father. This is what he got. That's the quote-unquote man that he grew up around. And like I said, I don't know these people personally. I'm giving you the facts of what I see. And when I see Ja Morant, the way he acts, the way he carries himself, once again, you weren't raised right. You weren't taught the right ways from a grown man. But then when you see his father, it all makes sense, guys. It all makes sense. How many times have you guys said something to me in the comments about, sports and fitness rants, these guys act like this because they ain't had no man in their life. They didn't have no man to show them the way. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have no one to show them. And maybe it just wasn't even just a man. You know what I'm saying? Where's your mom at? There's no real women out here. Where's the real women to raise some of these dudes up and teach them the rights from the wrong and how to earn respect and how to, carry yourself with some kind of class, have some honor. You know what I'm saying? Women could do those kinds of things, man. Like I told you, man, my mother whooped my ass, like basically until I was like 13 years old. My mother was whooping my ass, man, hardcore from the minute I was young, you know what I'm saying? So I was about 13 years old. And then my father took over. And I'll never forget that day. My mother slapped me in the face for something I did stupid, right? Back talking, being a knucklehead. She slapped me in my face and I just looked at her. And she knew it was time for a change. So she went and got my father. And my father came out and this is exactly what he said to me, guys. He said, "Oh, you're a man now." That's what he said to me. You're a man now. Now you have to deal with me. That's what my dad said to me, guys. Now, my dad had whooped my ass before. This was the first time that my dad got in my face or had slapped me around or anything like that. My dad was whooping my ass, like I said, many times before this. But it was mostly my mother up until this point. And then when that time came, it was my father I was going to deal with from now on. And that was a change, man. And that was an eye-opener, so to speak, for me in my life to understand that now I was going to deal with this man anytime that I screwed up. And it wasn't going to be my mom. And, like I said, I got to a point where, I was working out. I was playing sports. I got stronger. The slaps didn't hurt me anymore from my mother. So my dad was going to have to start whooping me down, man, and start really, like I said, laying down the law and then really holding me to a standard, man. And from that moment on, That's the way it was. So much so now where I'm at now in my life, I'm 44 years old, guys. I'm a grown man. I got kids, a wife, man, right? Done all these things in my life, man. I'm still, it's not that I'm afraid of my father now. I have so much respect for my father that it almost is a fear. A fear to almost like to let him down, right? To not live up to the standards that my dad held me to. So in a way, I'm afraid to let my father down. And I've told you guys many times, and I've told my father this. He's the best man that I know. So once again, the things that I've learned from him, I don't want to let him down. I want to show him what he taught me and what it's allowed me to do in my life, to raise my family, to be a husband, you know what I'm saying, to be a father, and to be a grown man, and to stand on these things, to hold myself to a certain standard so I can look myself in the mirror. I told you guys, I can look myself in the mirror and not be embarrassed or ashamed of what's looking back at me. Do you think that John Morant's dad could look himself in the mirror this morning after that embarrassing display last night and he can feel proud of what he did? I wouldn't feel proud about that. And like I said, I have no problem with people going and supporting their kids and cheering and yelling. I coach my son, man. And I'm a loud dude, man. I'm out there yelling stuff all the time, man. I remember I have VHS tapes, guys. VHS tapes. You guys know the deal, man. Of my high school football games, right? One of the fathers used to tape all the high school football games. He used to go to stands. This guy was dedicated, right? And he would film all the games, man. I'm sure you guys have known fathers out there that were dedicated like that had the time, that had the means, and they would go out there and film. But anyway, he would film all the games. So I have all these VHS tapes of my high school playing games. And you know how many times on this tape, guys, I hear my mother, come on, Rams. We were the Rams, right? Come on, Rams. Let's go. Come on, defense. You know, she wasn't just cheering for me, her son. She was cheering for the team. That's what she was. She was cheering for the team. She wasn't cursing at the referees. She wasn't yelling at, oh, this is nonsense. Oh, my boy's getting killed out there. You guys, none of this stuff, man. She wasn't arguing for flags or them to blow the whistle every other play, right? Because she had class. She was out there cheering for the team, and she was cheering for her son, man. You know how many times I heard my mom on the videotape, man? To this day, I watch those VHS tapes sometimes. I show my son some of this stuff because it's really funny to watch, you know, the way, you know, the uniforms that we wore, the way they looked. And like I said, just to watch tape, something on a VHS is different. But it really means a lot when I hear my mom's voice. My dad didn't go to any of my games growing up. He didn't go to my basketball games in high school, my football games, my baseball games. I don't remember my dad at any of these things. And it's not because my dad wasn't a good father or he didn't care about us. My dad worked a lot. He had to earn it. Like I said, my dad sacrificed for me and my brothers so that we could have a better life. We could do things that he never could do. My dad didn't play sports in school. He played sports on the streets, man. So my dad was never at any of my games. And I don't say that, oh, my dad let me down and I'm upset with my dad now all these years later. That's not what I'm saying. My dad earned it, man. He went out there and sacrificed for us. So I'm appreciative of that. But once again, a lot of people, you know, a lot of fathers like John Morant, they have that ability, the privilege to go out there and watch their kids, man. My dad wasn't necessarily able to watch me play. Now, later on, he got to see a lot of, you know, my brothers play, you know, because things got a little bit, you know, later in life, and my dad was retired and, you know, things of that nature. One of my brothers is a lot younger than me. So my dad didn't get a chance to see my brothers play, but he never got a chance to see me play. I don't remember my dad at any of my games. I never missed my dad. I'm never mad at my dad about, oh, my dad never came to my games. No, because my dad was there for me in a lot of other ways, man. That a lot of kids, parents are not there for them. Like John Morant, his dad was not there for him the way that he should have been there to lead by example. What are you leading by example, John Morant's dad? You're a weirdo, dude. Like I said, I'm embarrassed for John Morant. I'm embarrassed for his dad. And this guy should be ashamed of himself, man. You're a goof, dude. Your son's been in the league, what, 4, 5, 6? I don't even know how long John Morant's been in the league. 5, 6 years now. It's not his rookie season. And John Morant's dad still acts like a clown. John Morant's still missing games. He still acts like an immature fool, man. I mean, I'm really baffled here by, like I said, a lot of these people and their mindsets and what they're thinking. Why people just can't understand things like class or integrity to carry themselves that way. They just don't care. And that's why I promote it on my channel, guys, because it's lost out here in the world. If more grown men carried themselves with honor, with class, with integrity, right? And they earn the respect of each other. We earn the respect of each other. The world would be a much greater place. But unfortunately, the world that we live in is cold and, right? People don't care, man. It's heartless. No one cares about, you know, other people. Nobody wants to be a nice person. Everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to be an individual. Nobody's worried about society. Nobody wants to conform to society. Everyone thinks that they're special. Everyone is the victim now. Everybody wants a handout. That's not the way society is supposed to work. We're all supposed to contribute to society to make society greater. But it has to be all of us together collectively understanding that. A lot of these people, the NBA players, what we're seeing now, they're all individuals. They're not playing for the NBA. They're not playing for the fans. They're not playing with that love of the game. They're out there playing for the money and the fame, guys. That's all they care about. Someone like John Morant, he cares about the money and the fame. He don't give a damn. You think these guys would be playing in the NBA if they weren't getting paid to do it? They don't love the game like that. That's why these guys don't show up. John Morant's dad, he living the dream, right? He living off his son right now, right? Riding his son's coattails so he could buy these fancy, weird clothes that he wears to dress like a goofball at the sidelines of an arena. He could wear jewelry and, like I said, dress like he's 25-year-old in a rap video. These guys are a joke, man. Absolute embarrassing, man. I would love to know how old John Morant's dad is for him to act that way. Like I said, you guys remember, these are the quote-unquote men of today. You guys remember Shannon Sharp? Didn't Shannon Sharp get into it with John Morant's dad? If I could be mistaken about this, but I know that Shannon Sharp got into it with the Memphis Grizzlies when Dylan Brooks was there. You remember that embarrassing display where you had quote-unquote men like Shannon Sharp, which we know Shannon Sharp's not a grown man. Shannon Sharp is weird, man. He's fruity out there, man. He's soft, feminine dude, man. But he's out there getting emotional on the sidelines of a game with some of these other dudes. Because of what? For LeBron James? Because LeBron James might have got fouled or they were talking trash to LeBron James. So you had to stand up for LeBron James like a weirdo? Once again, you're not even in the game. Sit your butt down and stop letting your emotions get the best of you. These weird emotional dudes, man. That's why I say these guys are not men. They're feminine. To let the emotions get out of control like this in a public arena. So much so that the NBA referee walked over and asked for you to be removed. They got security to remove this clown from the arena. That's embarrassing, guys. Embarrassing for the father of a star player to be removed from an arena. Do you guys ever remember, like, Larry Bird's parents going to a game and being removed? Or you guys remember Jordan's parents? I remember Michael Jordan's parents were always in the stands. Mr. Jordan, his mom, they were always in the stands. I never remember them going to Michael Jordan's father and like, Mr. Jordan, we got to get you out of here, man. You're being disrespectful to referees. You're saying crazy things. We got to remove you from the arena, sir. I never remember this stuff, but it happens now, right? Now you have people like, remember Kevin Durant's mom was coming out on Twitter talking trash to Stephen A. Smith. Remember she came on ESPN First Take? They actually had Kevin Durant's mama on ESPN First Take after Kevin Durant made that weak move to Golden State. She came on to basically get Stephen A. Smith to apologize for being so hard on her son. Are you kidding me? Talk about mama's boy. You talk about being soft, and it's the same guy, Kevin Durant, that runs his mouth to the fans every opportunity he gets. Where's his mama now? I don't hear his mama or see his mama now. And God forbid she's passed away or anything like that. I'm not trying to disrespect anyone's mom. I don't know if she died, and that maybe that's why we haven't heard her. So forgive me if she's not around anymore. That's not even funny. But once again, where's his mama now? He talks disgustingly to the fans out there. His mom won't come out and G-check him and be, I didn't raise you like this. You talk to people like that? Like, what's wrong with you? You're disgusting. These are the people that we're dealing with right now, man. These guys are weird. So John Morant's dad, dude, you have no class. That was a classless move, man. Classless for what happened last night. Like I said, let's be real here, guys. He's arguing with the referee about foul calls or lack of calls, whatever the case may be, in a game where his son's team shot 39 free throws, guys. 39 free throws. OKC shot 21. 21. So what are we arguing here? Once again, even if it wasn't lopsided, even if the Grizzlies only got 10 free throws and OKC got 30, who cares, dude? Watch the game and shut up. Support your son. Support the team. There's no need for you to make yourself once again, these guys always have to be the center of attention. So like John Morant's dad, he can't just come to the game. He's got to come to the game with all the jewelry on. He's got to come to the game with the weird outfits on. You know what I'm saying? He's got to look like he's cool like that. He got to stand out. He has to be and have attention on himself. He can't just go to the game and be a classy individual, shut his mouth, watch the game, support his son, go home and go about his life. No, he has to act like he's on the team. Like he's as important. These guys are weird. You remember Paul George's dad a couple months back in the offseason when, Paul George, he had his father on the podcast And he was talking about how he felt disrespected by the Clippers offer. He didn't get offered the money. And yet Paul George's dad on there talking about, yeah, man, everything that Paul George did, everything that he did for the Clippers organization. What the hell did Paul George do for the Clippers organization, man? He ain't doing a damn thing for the Clippers organization. The hell you talking about, you fool? But this is Paul George's dad. But then you see Paul George, and then you see what? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, guys. And once again, man, I hate to say this about some people. I don't know them personally. I'm putting out what they put out, and I'm judging off what they put out. And once again, Paul George is a soft, sensitive clown that's only out there for the money and the fame. He has no dedication to the game. The man's out with pinky injuries. Then when he plays on the court, he does absolutely nothing out there, but felt insulted and felt disrespected by the Clippers offer. They offered you way more than you're worth because you're not worth a box of cereal, Paul George. Are you kidding me, man? You're not worth my YouTube channel. You have to be joking, man. For someone like these guys, I'm saying they're delusional, man. Delusional. All they care about is money. Money, 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 and more money. It's never enough for these guys, even though they're not doing a damn thing to earn the money. But there goes Paul George's father. Yeah, man, everything that Paul George, everything he did for them, and they didn't offer him what Kawhi Leonard got. What? Dude, shut up. Stop having your father come on the podcast talk about what you didn't get. Once again, it's an embarrassment. These guys are a joke. John Morant, you're a joke, man. The Grizzlies have done nothing. John Morant's done nothing in the NBA. He's done nothing, man. You know, people are, oh, John Morant's a good player. I like John Morant. Why? Why do you like John Morant? Tell me one reason why you like John Morant. Because he plays with guns? I'm confused here. Why? Why do you like John Morant? Because he dunks the basketball? Has he done a dunk contest? Anyone seen John Morant in a slam dunk contest? Why do you guys like John Morant? He hasn't won a damn thing in the NBA. Nothing. He's done nothing in the NBA. The guy's missed more games than anything. Well, I like John Morant, though. What, do you like his hair? I'm confused here. These guys are not likable. You can't get behind these fools. And his dad is a clown. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.